Hey everyone, thanks for all those birthday wishes and I can only assume embarrassing photos that you've sent through. I'm just taking this opportunity to sort of fill a bunch of you in on what's been happening in my life, since I haven't been able to talk to a heap of you quite recently, and there's just been a heap of stuff going on in my life that I think you might want to know about. I'm not really sure who I'm sending this through to yet, so I mean, if anyone else has been asking about me or wants to know what's going on, feel free to send them this video or show them, because I just don't want to annoy people with me fucking talking about myself like I so often do, you know. And if you keep seeing me look down or random camera movements, it's because I've got a bunch of writing here to try to keep me focused. But I decided to sit in a park while doing it, so there's a bunch of people moving around. I'm hoping to see a dog at some point, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so for the first 2 months of this year, I went to just a heap of job interviews, like way too many to even count. And I just tried to make friends through sort of backpacker pages and random meetups and all that sort of shit that I just find online. I mean, I've met like a lot of nice people through it, and they'll add me on Facebook, or they'll get my number or whatever, and they'll be like, yeah, no, we'll hang out soon, we'll do this, we'll do that, and then I just don't hear from them again. So I mean, because I had all this spare time with no job and just absolutely nothing to do because I had no money, I was broke as fuck, I got really quite lonely. And then it got to the point where I had 2 job interviews, and if I didn't get one of those jobs, I had to book a plane ticket home. Obviously that didn't happen because I'm still here. So yeah, the job that I have got is just in a call centre. It's dealing with absolutely stupid Australians and a stupid Irish guy today, but I won't go into detail. Dealing with their fines and all that sort of stuff, really boring, mundane shit, so I'm not going to go into much detail of it, but apparently I'm doing a good job and they're happy with my work and I'm progressing well and all that sort of shit, so I'll get on to the more exciting stuff because that's really boring to talk about. So I mean, I have met up with a couple guys off of Tinder since then, which I guess in itself is a massive improvement to what I was doing in Christchurch, because I wouldn't have been doing any of that sort of shit there. I've been hanging out with a guy called Meng quite often, but he got really clingy and made way too emotional way too soon, so I've put him on ice and I'm kind of avoiding talking to him at this point, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I went out on MDMA, of course, as you do, and got asked very inappropriate questions about my sexual orientation by this German chick. Things like, oh, are you the guy or the girl in the relationship, and all that sort of shit, so on and so forth. I don't know, it just fucked me off a lot. But there was this guy I was hanging out with that night called Daniel, and he's been in a relationship with his boyfriend for 3 years, I believe, and he's 21, so like, I was just like, dude, you gotta help me, because I need to talk about all this shit. And it was really great talking to him. I mean, he gave me some advice about how he's been dealing with shit. It was like an hour-and-a-half chat, and I don't know, I just got a lot of useful information from him, and it has been helping ever since, really. Sorry, I've gotten lost. After that, we went to a gay club called Puff Duff, and me being in the emotional MD fueled state that I was in, I fucking hated it. I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but like, it just seems very fake, and everyone there is everyone there was wearing white for whatever reason. They all had glitter on, they're all in their fucking shitty groups with their fake friends pretending to have fun and all that sort of stuff. I stuck out like an absolute sore thumb and just felt like I didn't belong at all. Daniel did realise that and tried to talk me through it, but I ended up crying my way home. I called a couple of you to fucking try to sort my head out, but yeah, I guess I'm working on that sort of shit still. But Daniel has tried to make sure I'm alright since then, and keeps giving me advice and checking up on me every couple of weeks, so I mean, it's a good start, I guess. Moving on from that, there's this guy that was in the same training group as me, called Connor, for work. And the friendship there, sorry, I was itching my nose. The friendship there started from taking durry breaks together. It turns out he's just a complete drongo like all of you fucking cunts. After 2 weeks or so, we realised that we both smoke a bunch of weed, and ever since he has pretty much made it his mission to sort of hook me up. Unfortunately, it's been like a month and a half and he's still got me fuck all. I'm still shit out of luck, but I guess I can't blame him because apparently the state of Victoria is very dry at the moment. But yeah, after he got 2 grams at one stage, and he did actually split it with me and then drove me an hour home. I assume he felt sorry for me or something because he didn't even ask for money for it, and I was just like, oh, okay, thank you. After that, I did end up telling him that I was gay. He gave a very non-exciting response, like the rest of you, just like, oh, wouldn't have picked it. Cool. And that's about it. But since then, a certain ginger has decided to have her 21st birthday. And so I said to him, I was like, oh, are you able to hang out with me? Because I know I'm going to be sad afterwards. So he was literally next to me smoking bongs the whole time I was doing my speech. And then afterwards, he just talked me through it and hung out with me for a bit, and then I went out with his cousins to get drunk. And considering I got kicked out of the bar for vomiting in the toilet, it was somewhat successful, I guess. And this past Friday, I got invited to his sister's birthday drinks, and I can only assume it was a joke invite because I only really met his sister for about an hour and a half or so, and we're just talking shit, really, nothing major. But she was like, yeah, you should come. I'm like, okay, sweet, I'm doing that. So I mean, it was a really good night. The strange thing about the night, though, is that throughout the whole night I learned that Connor had told some of the people, because some of his cousins went, told the people that had previously met me that I am gay. I realised that does sound like a bit of a dick move, and it's meant to be my thing to tell people and blah 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 blah. But I guess you guys of all do know what I'm like with telling people this sort of shit. Not the best. Connor is lucky it only took 2 weeks for me to tell him. But I mean, he did explain himself later on in the night, and without prompting, he literally said, I let people meet you first and get to know Matt before I tell them, because that's what you are. You're just Matt. And I mean, considering that's 90% of the time what I say to people, why it's so hard for me to say this shit. It just, I don't know, I just hit a note like he gets it. He understands this shit. But yeah, the night was just awesome in its own way. I mean, I had some of the people coming up to me throughout the night asking if I've been seeing any guys, if I'm in a relationship, or if I've seen any cute guys here. I mean, for once it wasn't a big deal. Like, I didn't feel awkward or anxious or anything like that talking about it. It just felt real normal, which I guess it's supposed to feel normal. But yeah, it was just a really good night. I felt like it belonged a shit ton more that night than I did going to Puff Duff, which, I mean, I guess that's a good start for me. Just a quick side note, at the end of the night, we're walking through town and I'm having a chat with Connor's sister. I can't remember what we're talking about, but I'm assuming I was making fun of her or something. I think it was about fake tan, maybe. She literally turns around and looks at Connor and just goes, Connor, can you go out with Matt? I fucking love this guy. Which is probably the nicest compliment I've ever gotten from someone. From only knowing her for a week beforehand, I mean, that was fucking good. And afterwards, I caught a Uber home with Connor and his mate. Ended up talking for like 2 hours afterwards, just of a whole bunch of shit that's been going on in my life. I blabbed on and on and on about life in Christchurch and what I've been through and all this sort of shit and what goes on in my brain. And I mean, he just listened, which was good. And I mean, he gave his input every now and again, gave me some of his examples, but you know, it's just someone listening has been good. Anyway, I have got to mention the downside to hanging out with Connor at the moment. which is just that I've been getting a really homesick. I mean, I do blame Connor for it all, which is probably mean of me. But I mean, March and April, it's the months that most of your birthdays are happening, and then you go ahead and chuck Easter in it, and there's plenty of opportunity for me to get homesick during this. I don't know. I guess the main point of this video was to tell you all that I am making progress. It's definitely the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life, moving to this city, this country, trying to figure out who the fuck I am and all that sort of shit. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I have taken a giant leap towards being happy, and I'm making progress like every single day. Even if I have shit days like today, it's all good. I figure out as I'm going. But I guess I also want to let you guys know that there literally isn't a single day that goes past where I don't think about you guys. I don't miss you guys. I want to let you guys know that I'm always interested in what's going on in your life. Like, if you want to send a video, if you want to make a video call, if you want to do it in your own way, whatever, I'm always happy to hear about what's going on in your life, and I want to still be a part of it, even though I'm living in a different country and all that sort of shit. But yeah, despite the job that I've got, I'm actually pretty proud of my progress now, and if you guys actually say it, I'll actually believe that you guys are proud of me now. But yeah, I recorded this yesterday because I didn't want to talk about all this. I didn't want to try and make this on my actual birthday. And I can say that when you guys receive this, I'll be on a train to Connor's house, hopefully to go get high and forget about you guys for a couple of hours and try and enjoy what's left of my birthday. But yeah, don't get upset when I don't reply to you straight away. Definitely sorry for how long this is. I didn't expect it to be over 12 minutes, but I guess that's what I'm like. Yeah, I love you all. Hopefully to see you all soon. And yeah, bye.